Andy, okay. We'll call the meeting to order on February the 9th. Um, Secretary, please take the roll of members present. You have the minutes from the previous session of January 12th. Are there any corrections or additions?
Mr. Chairman, I'll move to approve as presented.
Motion by Scott to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Pat. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried without dissent.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
if I may, I just wanted to tell you that there's been a new member to the Board of Adjustment who's been appointed, and that's Bruce Burke. I know Leonard Schwint knows him, knows him and had suggested him as a possible, fifth member for the Board of Adjustment. Mr. Burke won't be here today. He's on vacation, but he indicated that he will be at the next meeting whenever that is, because right now we don't have any variances.
Leonard, can you give us a little background? I don't know this gentleman at all.
Whether Steve has he's been a resident of Dickinson since 1987. He raised his family here. He has his own business. His background is in construction. He worked for Consolidated for many years before he went on his own. Like I said, I think he's been a member of the hockey board when his kids were in hockey throughout high school. Good common sense guy. I think he'll be a really good match with the board.
Well, good. We'll be glad to have our fifth member. Anything further?
Thank you. That'll be it. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, good morning, everyone there, Mark and Leonard. And this morning on our agenda, we have before us a request to consider a reduction to the minimum setbacks for the religious assembly facility at 59 Osborne Drive. And would you take the podium and tell us what's happening up there?
Thank you very much. Yes, as I spoke at the last meeting, the church is planning on doing an addition.
I'm sorry, Adam. Could you please introduce yourself and your address, please?
Yes, my name is Adam McGill. I'm a civil engineer with Dowell HKM here in Dickinson, and I represent the River of Life Church International here in Dickinson. And the church is planning on doing an addition to their facility with parking and building improvements to the lot. And the lot is kind of a constrained site. It's a small site going there, and in order to fit the entire facility there with the parking and so forth, the required setback of 20 feet wouldn't allow us to fit all the parking we need in there. And if we were able to reduce that to 10 feet, that would allow us to increase the parking to the level we need for this facility. We'd lose probably 15 to 17 parking spaces if we had to maintain that 20-foot setback, which wouldn't allow us to meet the required parking for this facility on our lot as it is right now.
Okay, any questions for Adam? Any comments? No one's here to speak for or against? Mark, do you have any comments?
Morning, Mr. Chairman, board members. The only constraint we placed upon the applicant is that they submit two letters from each, or one separate letter from each property owner, saying that they have no issues with the reduced setback distance. I am in receipt of one of the letters. The other letter is in-house somewhere. It's just a matter of finding it. So since we are in receipt somewhere of both letters, staff recommends approval for the variance.
Okay, Mark, thank you. Leonard?
I have nothing yet.
Nothing to add? Okay.
Just a clarification for Mr. McGill. I'm sorry. The other one was that you had received an email from the school district. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. It was in the form of an email from the manager of the facilities, and he had no objections to it. And I can forward that again to both Mark and Steve after this meeting.
Yeah, that's fine. And in the case of the school board, if you go out there and look, there's such a distance between you know, between between the school and where the church is. And there's similar institutions too, that we didn't see that there'd really be any conflict from reducing that setback.
Thank you, Mr. Josephson. Thank you, Adam. Any other further questions or comments? And as Mark said, the staff recommends a do pass. Are we ready for a decision? We'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion that based on the information we've just heard, that we vote in favor of the adjustment here.
Okay, there's been a motion by Pat to grant the request. Is there a second?
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Second by Scott. Any further discussion? Any further comments? If not, Pat,
Aye.
Trevor,
Aye.
Scott,
Aye.
and I'll vote aye. That'll be a nice improvement in that area and it'll look good. Anything else to come before the board?
No, sir. And as far as we know, there have been no variances that have been submitted. You know, so if there are, we'll let you know. But as of this time, there are no variances that have been submitted to the city.
Okay. Any comments, any questions from the board members? Okay, we are adjourned.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.